I want to say to all who are watching the VOD, welcome back. Thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. It means a lot to me. If you give me a like, I appreciate it. And subscribe. Hit the little notification button. I am live at 9:30 p.m. Pacific time every night except for Mondays. Thank you for being here. Katie, good to see you. And Jugger, good to see you, buddy. All right, we can't cause trouble here. So we have everything is here at camp. So we have Micah and we have Trelawney. We got Trelawney back. Trelawney always gets in trouble, and then we have to bail his ass out. And so that's what we've done. I am inclined to see what Micah wants. Micah's been stirring some shit up. Come here, girl. Rhodes is pretty great, Katie. I like it a lot. Micah. There we go. Watching the streams helped me relax and focus. I was super scroll brain today. I missed a lot this week coming back. There's bingo cards now. Yes. We are slowly evolving the stream, and a big shout out to Brian for the bingo cards. The link to the bingo cards is at the top of chat. I pinned it. You can get your own randomly generated bingo card. We're on the honor system for bingos. Yep. And it's per stream, so you can follow along at home. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Oh, this is a bad start.
It is imperative that we reestablish sanity and supremacy before it is too late. Our numbers are waning, thanks to the fools in Congress and their ludicrous ideas. But today, we grow one stronger as we anoint a new brother. Yeah! Into ours to accept the light.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Oh, here we go.
Yeah!
Thank you very much. All right.
Come on!
Yeah.
Let we go. The eternal light shine.
Ha! Idiot.
He's on fire! He's right on fire! Goddamn hooded rodents. I'll kill all you.
Damn it, I didn't think they were all going to disperse like that. Get your ass back here. I got no sympathy at all. We lose him. Damn it. Well, I wasn't expecting that was going to happen. That really sucks that I waited. If we see that shit again, I'm just straight up opening fire. I'm not messing around with listening to them. I should have chucked dynamite on him. That would have been a really smart idea. Jeez, man. It's so unsettling seeing that. Like... Oh, God. I do have dynamite. That's the problem. I did too, Skog. As soon as I saw the torches, it was like my stomach dropped. It was like, holy shit, no way. I can't believe that, like, we're the KKK's here. Now, that said, I mean, it fits the time period, so I'm not surprised. I didn't register what we were saying until they lit the cross on fire. Yeah, and I mean, as soon as I saw the torches, I had that thought, and then seeing them, like, you know, seeing a group of people in white robes convened at night with torches is not a great start. But yeah, I mean, it made my stomach drop. Obviously, there's no sympathy to be had for the KKK. I will say that hate groups like that, from a psychological perspective, are fascinating in a uncomfortable way, because our instinct, rightly so, is to say, fuck those guys. Right? It's to, like, look at the KKK and be like, nope. I don't give a shit. If a meteor crashes into that meeting, I don't care if they all die. And that outside hatred, because the KKK is essentially a cult, that outside hatred is fuel for the tight bonds of the KKK. So they are going to look at that as further evidence that they are an oppressed group. A dominant group that's become oppressed, that needs to reestablish dominance. And all hatred and disdain is evidence for that narrative. So you rarely see hatred of the KKK be something that pulls people out of the KKK. In fact, generally, one of the only ways you ever see people pulled from the KKK is when they become educated, or they have experiences that misalign so much with what the cult is telling them that they have to start questioning it. Remember, these groups create systems where if you out yourself, or if you speak out against the group, you could be killed. So there are some people who start to experience dissonance in these groups that, when they start to engage with that dissonance, are in huge trouble, because the group that they have bonds with and have been isolated from the rest of society to be included in is threatening their life. So you have this common goal, this common hatred, these ties that bind, a sense of being oppressed and being victims. And we, outside of this group, using our general sensibilities, are going to look at them and say, that's absolutely ridiculous. How could anybody be in on that? But you have to remember that actual, like, empathy and understanding people, which understanding does not mean agreeing, comes from realizing that everybody in that group has a reason why they're there and why they continue to meet. Some of that is indoctrination from leaders of the group. Some of that is societal representation. Some of that is personal conviction. But there's reasons why they're in that group, and the polarization of society against them actually gives them more fuel to be separate. So you're kind of left with this idea of, like, do you decimate that group completely? Which, there's some argument to say, yeah, sure. Or do you work to educate those folks in some form of forced manner where it gets on their level? So I am not in any way, shape, or form empathizing with the KKK, but I do think it is important for us to understand how these groups function and why they exist, because that's the only way you can do anything about them. If you just sit there and hate them, that's fine. I totally understand hating the KKK, right? But if you're of the mind of like, man, I really wish the KKK would go away. I really wish that wasn't a thing. You have to understand how the KKK comes to be in order to meet people that are there on that level to bring them into a different space and provide a level of safety for them to leave. It's the same thing with gangs. If it's dangerous to leave a gang, you're not going to leave a gang. If you have a safety net to get out of a gang, you might be more likely to engage with the dissonance you experience with your own personal values versus the groups. There's a woman online who spoke about she found her grandfather's crate full of KKK stuff. She said he even had a membership card for it. It was awful. Yeah. Yeah. One of the folks who left the Westboro Baptist Church only left after she started making non-friends on Twitter. Yeah, that's how you do it. Oh. So, it's unsettling for sure. It's okay for us to be unsettled by them. And this is a time period where, yeah, I can take some matters into my own hands and open fire on a couple of them to scare the shit out of them. I don't know about you, but I like when racists are scared. I like when it's not cool to be racist. I like when you have to, where you're basically like alone in a cabin with your racism because it's not tolerated. That I like. I like when racists are afraid to be racist.
Hey, who's that?
What up, John?
It's me.
Roll out the red carpet. Arthur's back.
Hell yeah. All right, yeah, let's hope tonight's a little more fun than that first encounter. Although we're about to talk to Micah, so I can't promise you it will be. I need to get me some ammo before we go, though. And I love just having a wagon full of ammo. Oh. This is wonderful. Yes, indeed. Shotgun shells. Rifle cartridges. Yeah. Yeah. Get some arrows too. Oh, hot damn. Hey, we got a lot of money. All right, what's up, Micah? What do you got for me tonight, buddy? You agent of chaos?
Micah?
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called...
Hey, Molly, where's Dutch?
Well, however it goes.
I'm not sure all that line of thought serves you and me very well.
That's because, Cowpoke, you are a man of profoundly limited intelligence.
No doubt.
Well, you and the old man and Dutch have been running around, digging us ever deeper into shit. Old Mr. Pearson might have gone and lightened the load a little. Pearson! Ain't you curious?
I guess. Gentlemen.
Dutch, you tell him, fat man.
It's peace, Dutch. The O'Driscolls. I think there's a way.
What on earth are you talking about?
Get the words out properly, fat man.
I met a couple of the O'Driscoll boys on the road in the town. Things were about to get ugly. But you know how I am in a fight, huh? Like a corner tiger. Anyway, somehow it didn't, but we got to talking, and they suggested a parlay to end things. Like gentlemen.
Gentlemen. Combe O'Driscoll. Have you lost your minds?
You're always telling us, Dutch. Do what has to be done, but don't fight wars ain't worth fighting.
They want a parley? It's a trap.
Well, of course, it's probably a trap, but what do we got to lose finding out?
Get shot.
We ain't getting shot because you'll be protecting us. It's a trap, you shoot the lot of them. If it ain't a trap, that's slim chance.
I don't see the point in any of this.
It's a chance you gotta take.
I killed Combs' brother. Long time ago. Then he killed a woman I loved dear.
As you say, it's a long time ago, Dutch.
Let's go. You and me, with Arthur protecting us, no one else.
What about me?
This ain't the time for tigers, my friend.
Oh, man. All right. I got a lot to say about that. Pearson comes in and says, I got word that there could be a truce. That we could settle our differences and make peace. And what I love is that we see amongst the folks in the camp a difference in developed narrative and schema about the O'Driscolls. The older members of the group, Dutch, Hosea, Arthur, take this information that is dissonant to their expectations of the O'Driscolls, right? Like, Dutch has instilled this idea that the O'Driscolls are this heartless, cold gang that cannot be reasoned with. Pearson brings this alternative information, and we see assimilation on behalf of the old members, which is to say that they try to jam that new narrative into their old expectations. And so we see Hosea and Dutch and Arthur immediately assume it's a trap. Because if it's a trap, that keeps instilled the narrative that the O'Driscolls are a bunch of Neanderthals that aren't willing to work with you. Alternatively, we see some of the newer members of the gang, like Pearson and Micah, accommodating. They're taking this information and they're working to expand their expectations of what the O'Driscolls are capable of. And they say maybe there is a slim chance that this could actually work. Now, the older members are going to double down on the idea that that accommodation is dangerous and thus is not a worthwhile endeavor. And there may be truth to that. But the reality is, you would want to look at the expanded range of expectations of what this could mean. You want to acknowledge the reality that there is a slight percentage that this could go right. There's also a percentage that this could go wrong. But that all things are possible here. If we operate only on the conservative view that the O'Driscolls are worthless, then that boxes us into always being at war with them. If we polarize fully into the idea that this is a truce, we might be in danger. So we have to do what Micah has suggested, which is take it for what it is, and we'll see and be prepared for if it goes wrong. We see Dutch. All right, so that's the first part. Dutch's reaction to this, I find to be very interesting on a lot of levels. The first one is you see him hesitate almost immediately. Dutch, I think, still just isn't fully on board with the idea of peace with the O'Driscolls. And I think that that's the case for a lot of reasons. First and foremost, I think Dutch probably equates reasoning with them and finding peace as giving up on what he owes to the woman he loved that was killed by Colm. That he's betraying her by making peace with the O'Driscolls. And this is a mindset that a lot of people get into with stuff like this. And it's a false equivalency. You can make peace with the O'Driscolls because that's in the best interest of you and the group that you take care of, and still be angry at Colm O'Driscoll for what he did to the person that you love. That's okay. What's not okay, being in a position of leadership like Dutch is putting the group at danger in the long term because of that personal vendetta. As soon as you become a leader, your personal vendettas are put to the wayside, more so than they would be if you're a follower. The other thing that I think this exchange gives us a lot of insight on is that conversation we saw, I think, last stream between Abigail and Molly, where Molly was saying that, you know, she just doesn't understand why Dutch doesn't love her back. And Abigail's like, yeah, because he doesn't. It's because Molly's not the woman he lost. And one of the things that I think is happening is that Dutch, in continuing to chase the O'Driscolls and hold this grudge, that's Dutch's way of keeping the woman he loved alive in his mind. He has too heavily conflated those two things. So in conflating those two things, he is keeping her around by chasing Colm, which means Molly has no chance. Molly is always going to be in comparison to the idealized version of that woman. And I think that if Dutch was to actually work through and try to find peace with the O'Driscolls and could really come to terms with the fact that she's gone at the hands of Colm, but that carrying this grudge with Colm is only getting other people that he cares about hurt and putting them at risk, it's never going to bring her back, then maybe he opens himself up to the idea of being with Molly. But Molly's fighting an uphill battle with this all the way. And we do this. We hold grudges against people as a way to keep the people we love alive, particularly if we lose them. And that's not the way you want to carry people in grief. I've never really seen that work out for folks. So that scene's dripping with a lot. That's a lot going on. I'm going to be real interested to see how this goes. Real interested. But Dutch is going with us. You bring the O'Driscolls in and Dutch is on board.
Mount up then, Morgan. Let's go then.
This is going to be really interesting. Do you also think Dutch's need for chaos and turmoil to motivate the gang plays into his hesitance for peace?
You know,
possibly, yeah.
I've been fighting Colm for so long now, I can barely remember a time when it was different.
And you're still fighting him now. Make no mistake of that.
Here he goes. Doubting Thomas. Is there any plan you ain't sour on?
Oh, what a move by Micah. What a move by Micah. Micah is taking an action that, or a behavior that I'm expressing and spinning it to create hierarchical chaos to Dutch. Remember, loyalty is the thing that holds everybody into this group. And Micah calls me a doubter, which is the antithesis in some ways to loyalty. And he does it right in front of Dutch. That's a power move by Micah. That is Micah understanding the structure of this system and trying to subvert Arthur and win some favor on Dutch and gain a little tiny bit. That is so clever on his part to do that. Why language is so powerful. Because if I could have left this unpaused, then I think most of us would have just let that roll off. But that is one of the most impactful things that Micah could have said there in the presence of Dutch, calling Arthur that. Ooh. I think so too, Nikki. I agree. How do you interpret the way Micah presented himself in that interaction? He really seemed to soften, take it serious. He obviously liked Pearson about going to Dutch about this. Yeah, Micah is socially savvy. Micah understands what makes everybody in this group tick, which is why he can push buttons without getting his ass kicked. He knows what he's doing. He knows that Pearson needs some validation and some reinforcement. He knows that Dutch needs to have this itch scratched. He knows that Arthur's going to go along with it. Micah is a very intelligent person. I don't doubt that 1 second. Just because he is emotionally intense at times and loses his shit doesn't mean that he's not intelligent. That comment that he made about Arthur there being a doubter and making that behavioral choice a value attribution to Arthur, that's the other thing he did. He made it a value attribution to Arthur. He made it who Arthur is, not something that Arthur did. He's smart. Really smart. I had to pause it when he said that because that's... Whew.
Well, maybe you're right. Just nervous. Let's not waste any more lives needlessly.
I ain't costing lives here. I'm saving them.
Nice reframe.
We had Pinkertons coming after us.
Because of Blackwater?
And Leviticus Cornwall and his private army. Then, who knows when this local hillbilly thing will come to a head, And we really afford to be fighting on all these fronts. And O'Driscoll.
There is wisdom in that. I hope so, gentlemen, but like I said, I'm nervous.
Look, you ain't even going to be the one in danger. We'll get on over there, find a nice perch for you to settle into. You got that rifle, don't you?
Yeah.
Then me and Dutch walk right in to the lion's den. With you to cover us,
Okay.
He's so good. He's so good. Look at him. This is an O'Driscoll thing, and Micah is taking the lead. Micah! Not Dutch. Micah is the one who's talking about the plan. And you'll notice that Micah is also determining where the pawns in this are. And he's putting himself next to Dutch in that cave. That is smart. That is Micah trying to gain power and knowing exactly how to do it. Look at Arthur out in the back providing backup while me and Dutch are in the trenches navigating the O'Driscolls. Woo! God, I love it.
Just keep calm, unless I give you a reason not to.
Oh, we'll be fine. We got you.
I will do my best.
Oh, my dear and trusted friend. With you watching over me, I would walk into hell itself.
Oh, yeah?
as would I.
Intelligent men doing dumb things. That should be the subtext of this game. Red Dead Redemption 2. Intelligent men doing dumb things.
Hey, up there. Men on the ridge.
O'Driscoll's, from the look of them.
I don't like having eyes on us.
We're close. You'll be the eyes soon enough. Maybe he's right, Dutch. Maybe I have pushed too hard. Got us into situations that could have been safer. I see all those mouths we gotta feed, and I dream too big, caring too much. That's my problem.
Oh, God. This is maybe my favorite sequence of the entire game. Micah is brilliant. He is brilliant. That is pure empathy for Dutch. It's pure empathy for Dutch. That's not how Micah feels at all. That is not how Micah feels. He doesn't care too much. He doesn't think about all the mouths to feed. That's what Dutch does. So Micah saying that he experiences that is so much more powerful to drawing Dutch in than to just say that he understands that that's what Dutch wants. Because Micah saying that he knows that's what Dutch wants is too much of a power move. When you say that you know something about a person, maybe even more than they do, that's a power move over them that they generally aren't going to like. Micah doing it this way? Oh, because Dutch is going to sit there thinking to himself, me too. The problem is that I care too much. I have this group to worry about. I am gnawed from the inside out by how much I care, how much I want vengeance for myself, how much I want safety for this group. Micah didn't want that. Micah don't give a shit, but it's gonna work. We're seeing it work. Oh man, he's good.
Caring too much. There's no such thing.
This is horse shit from both of you.
It might be. Micah might be full of shit. Colm O'Driscoll might be full of shit. The promise of this great nation. Men created equal. Liberty and justice for all. That might be nonsense too. But it's
We're just going full nihilism here. Just full nihilism. None of it matters. Everything's justifiable because none of it matters.
worth trying for. It is worth believing in. Can't you see that, Frank?
I don't know.
Try. All I ask is you try.
They are so dramatic. Oh my god. Oh my god. We are the victims of nihilism. But as we sit in the ashes of nothing mattering, of the pure devastation of the fact that there may not be meaning in our world, could you just engage with the phoenix that is believing in what's possible, Arthur? Could you spread your wings and rise from the ashes and flames at the opportunity to make meaning out of our world in a world where there's nothing to make meaning out of? Jesus. Come on. Oh my god. I just love how he can't get away from the grandiosity of all of it, man. Like, some of this is just so, like, it's so authentic to him, but it's also just such bullshit. It's all veneer. Like, Dutch just, he is constantly trying to find ways to justify the very simple thing, which is that he just wants to get back at Colm O'Driscoll for killing the woman he loved. That's all this is. And he's built it into this giant, grandiose, like, presentation and spectacular. And part of the reason that I think he's done that is because he's had to, because for every person that comes into the group, Dutch has to make it work for that person. Dutch has to reel people in. And he can't reel 25 people into the group off of, I want to kill the guy that killed my lover. That doesn't work. That doesn't draw people in. The thing that draws people in is empathizing with the reason why they are in the group. And over time, that has snowballed into this giant snowball that's rolling down a hill that Dutch can't help himself from getting in front of. It's amazing to watch the way that it blows up because it's had to. This has all been self-fulfilling prophecy. It's all been manifested by them, and now they're like slave to it. It's fascinating. I love this. I'm like all jazzed up, man. Holy cow. What a moment this is.
All right, cowpoke. You're gonna peel off up ahead. We'll be meeting down on the plain. Find a spot just above us where you can keep an eye on things.
All right. However this shakes out, let's aim to meet back at the fork in the road afterwards.
We'll be there, partner.
Oh, I'm sure you will. This music is ominous.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shelbs, but that's how powerful this is. Micah knows what he's doing. Micah absolutely knows what he's doing with this. This is the thing that appeals to Dutch so deeply.
Easy there.
All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's ominous. You got a nice little raven and a dead animal chilling here. Or a vulture, I guess. Is that a metaphor for let sleeping dogs lie? Oh boy.
Hello, Dutch. It's been a while.
Sure.
So, how's your gang doing? They still believing in you? Better world. Pure world. How's that coming along?
Just fine.
How's that score you stole off us?
Which one?
Oh, I like that. It's like I said, this is a charismatic leader. A lot of heat on us this time. Both of us. Whole heap of trouble. They offered me a price, Dutch, to bring you in.
Why didn't you take it?
Well, still might.
He has the same problem that Dutch does.
Sorry about your brother.
Yeah, well, I never liked him much.
I liked Annabelle.
You always loved the ladies, Dutch Vanderlyn. I like that about you.
What are we doing here? Go home. Is this thing over?
Saw that coming.
Hello, sugar. You ain't dead, is you? Not anyway.
Fall for it?
I don't know. Column's got a sense.
Handing him over to the lords. I don't know. Strange times.
They killed Seamus. Fuck the whole lot of them. With this fella Colum's right, we can draw them all back.
True. Where'd Colum and Patrick head off to?
In a town, I think, to speak to the law.
That has to be crap. It ain't worth the risk.
Colum's got a sense about Vanderlyn. He can play.
He's escaping. Shoot him. Relax. Relax. I got him.
Did I kill you?
Oh, not yet.
No, of course not. Not yet. But I will.
How on earth am I still alive?
Finally. Put his weapons over there.
Something doesn't feel right about this.
Arthur Morgan. It's good to see you.
Hello, Cole.
How's the wound?
I hardly feel it. You will.
Septic. Ain't nice. Now, tell me. Fine gun like you. Why you still running around with old Dutch? Could come ride with me and make real money.
It ain't about the money, Cole.
No. It's Dutch's famous car son. You killed a whole bunch of my boys. That 6-point gag.
I ain't got no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, you lie, my friend. But I thought Dutch preached truth.
Let me go, Cole, and end all this
crap between you two. We all got real problems now.
The way I see it, they get him, they forget about me.
They ain't the forgetting sort. If I were you, I'd run as soon as I had the money.
Oh, I know you would. Let's see, we lure an angry Dutch in to rescue you, grab all of you and hand you in, then disappear.
So you only met with him to grab me?
Of course. He gonna be so mad. He gonna come raging over here. And a whole lot of you. And the law will be waiting for him. Arthur. Arthur, I missed you.
So truly, I think that Colm and Dutch, I mean, are similar. I think that's stating the obvious, but they are so entrenched in their hatred for each other. This is going to go on forever. This is what they've built their identity. Colm literally had Dutch dead to rights. Dutch had Colm dead to rights. If they wanted each other dead, they could have done it right there. They could have done it right there. But they keep each other alive because they don't know what the hell to do if the other one's not around. Another one of those defining yourself by who you ain't. We have had ample opportunity. We had opportunity back when we were at that farmstead. We had opportunity now. Arthur could have pulled the trigger on that. Dutch could have pulled his weapon. Coleman could have pulled his weapon. This thing is entrenched. I don't know if Dutch is going to come get me. I have no idea. Holmes scary, man. We got a lot going on here. Oh my God, are we about to cauterize this? All right, chat, if you need to step away for a second or if you need to mute the stream, by all means do that for the next like 20 seconds because this might be intense. It's, trigger warning here. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Oh.
Shut your hole. I don't want to go to Mexico. I want to go home. home.
Oh my god.
Back in a minute. What the hell?
Holy shit, that would be awful.
What's he still doing down there? It's one thing torturing a man, it's another thing putting him through stories of the homeland. He better hurry it up. I don't want to be here when the law comes for that side of beef.
Leave the area on a horse. Oh man. Go, Arthur, go. Go, buddy.
Arthur! Arthur?
Arthur! I told you it was a setup, Dutch.
My boy, my dear boy, what?
They got me. But I got away.
Yeah, you did. Miss Grimshaw, I need help! Reverend Swanson!
He's gonna set the law on us.
Oh, of course he was!
I'm sorry, Arthur.
It is a bit late for apologies. Swanson! Mr. Morgan, you're safe now.
Oh, let's get him to bed.
You are safe now, Arthur.
Okay. I got you.
You're safe now.
That's pretty, Dutch. That's real pretty.
Miss Grimshaw, will you sit with him a while?
Of course. You'll be okay, Mr. Morgan. You're home.
I thought I'd be burying you, Mr. Morgan.
Well, not quite yet, River.
Good. How you feeling?
Oh, about the same as you.
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, take care of yourself.
You too.
Gang have replaced your stolen weapons. They're on your saddle. All right. Wow. Boy, I don't know what to make of that. So Colm's plan was to get Arthur so that Dutch would bring the entire group to find Arthur so they could trap the entire group, turn them into the Pinkertons, and make a lot of money. We get back to camp. Man, it's a ton to process because like I'm trying to think about the logistics of all of this, and I mean it's tough because we weren't conscious for how the rest of that went down. Right? Like, did that conversation just kind of remain tense and then they walk away from each other and then everybody's kind of like, where'd Arthur go? And I suppose they wouldn't have necessarily known where we got taken. So I could understand why they might not be after us yet. It could be that they regrouped at camp and were trying to create a plan for how they'd find us. It could also be that they wrote us off. I mean, it's very plausible to me that one of the narratives was Arthur's a goner. Let's not look for him. Let's not put the rest of us in danger. I have no way of knowing. But if I'm Arthur here, I'm pissed. I'm looking at Dutch saying, end this shit right now. Don't you ever put me in a position where I almost die for your cause. Like this ain't Arthur's fight. And here's the problem. Here's the real bind that Arthur's in as I'm thinking about this. The real bind that Arthur's in is if he tells Dutch what Colm's plan is, I think it perpetuates this feud. Like, I really think if Arthur goes to Dutch, he says, hey, here's his plan. He was using me as bait, hoping that all of us were going to find me, so that he could turn us into the Pinkertons. That further cements Dutch never making his peace with this. Thing is, peace doesn't have to happen, and I think this is the important point that I want to make about this feud between the Vanderlyns and the O'Driscolls. This does not have to end by Dutch and Colm making amends. This problem can go away if either Colm or Dutch drops it. If Dutch decides, you know what? I'm done with the O'Driscolls. We're doing what we got to do to get money. We're going far away from here. The O'Driscolls ain't going to figure it out. We ain't going to engage with them anymore. That is a way that this could be done. And the problem is there's mounting data for both sides that says, I don't want to drop it. So if Arthur adds this to the table, it's more fuel to the fire. It's less of a chance that Dutch makes the decision, I'm done with this. So this idea that Dutch would need Colm to reach out an olive branch along with him is ridiculous. And I would make the argument Dutch did try it. In that exchange, Dutch tried it. Dutch said, come on, Colm, what are we doing here? When are we going to end this? And Colm threw gas on it, as is his prerogative. But that tells me this ain't going to happen. And I'm scared that if Arthur talks about how mad he is, if he shares what actually happened here, that's going to get channeled into Dutch wanting more revenge on O'Driscoll instead of walking away. I don't know how this makes it so that Dutch walks. And that's a real bind for Arthur to be in, because he has every right to be mad here and to hold Dutch accountable for that. And to be, I mean, I don't even know that I'm super mad at Micah at this point. I mean, I'm a little bit angry that Micah was kind of poking everybody to go do this, but Dutch is the end-all be-all on this one. That's a lot to process, man. It really is. Jay, thank you for the $5. Appreciate you, buddy. For those of you who don't know, I am sponsored by Dauntless Snacks. It's a really wonderful relationship. Jay Knight is the CEO of Dauntless Snacks. If you put !Dauntless in chat, if you can get the link, if you use code YouMatter at checkout, you get 10% off your order. I also have a Jay, if you have it, well, actually, no, I would need to post it. I also have a link for the Kickstarter for the jalapeno variety that Jay is currently working through and has had a lot of success with. If you use that specific link, that contribution to the jalapeno flavor also benefits the stream. So I appreciate those of you that purchase Dauntless Snacks and use the code YouMatter, or who use my affiliate link for the jalapeno variety. I also want to take a second to say to everybody in chat, thank you for being here. I appreciate that you make the effort to come out here and watch this live and engage with me in comments. I do want to remind people to please avoid backseating, and please do not give me information about stuff that could potentially happen down the road, especially if you know what's going to happen down the road. That annoys me more than it does help. So I just want to put that out there. That includes comments on the videos. Please do not backseat or provide spoilers of any way, shape, or form. Mods will remove them. They have my permission to do so. If you are watching the VOD, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the VOD. Thanks for making it all the way to part 16. Please make sure that you hit the like button down below. If you want to become a member of the stream, hit the join button or use the link down in the description. That's a really great way to support the stream. I do appreciate those of you that become members or who tip while I am offline. Your financial support goes a really long way. I love all of you very much. Thanks for being along. We've had a lot of stuff to analyze tonight. I hope you've been enjoying it. If that doesn't make Arthur want to leave the group or give up on Dutch, what even would? Well, that's the problem, is we are so entrenched in this group, it's hard to leave. That's what happens, right? What happens in cults. You could have your own personal values clash with the group ideals, and it's dangerous to leave. In the same way we were talking about with the KKK earlier. We're not the KKK, but we are a hate group toward the O'Driscolls. But we are isolated. Our needs are met by the group. Like, there's a lot of reason why we can't just up and leave. Where are we going to go? What are we going to do? It's terrifying to leave cults. Yeah, Kieran's been trying hard to start over, and it's so hard. Kieran's been given nothing but hell for being here. It wouldn't be any easier for us. I want my guns back, though. It actually looks like I have my guns back, potentially. But Gen A's okay. I feel like this speaks to the fact that Dutch wouldn't have gone back for Sean, John, or Micah himself. Arthur seems to be the only one willing to do so. Same with Arthur this time around. I mean, there's a nobody left behind mentality, but... Arthur feels he's in debt to Dutch, Jose, and the group. Yeah, but at some point, that debt's paid. Also, debt, like social debt in a group, isn't actually a thing. Arthur doesn't actually owe Dutch anything. We construct that. And in some ways, transgenerational loyalty and ledgers actually create problems for folks. There's an entire theory of systems therapy that's built on the idea that transgenerational ledgers create problems for folks. So even though Dutch picked Arthur up off the road, gave him a place to live, gives him resources, Arthur doesn't actually owe him anything, especially if Arthur is put in danger. Arthur almost lost his life because of his loyalty to the group. He does not have to give them more if he does not want to. He does not have to give them more emotional collateral. And that's an important point for all of us to understand too. We see this mostly in real life with families. If you got a family that treats you like shit, if you have a family that's really awful to be around, especially when you're an adult and you have more autonomy, you don't have to go home for the holidays. You don't have to call your parent every week. You don't have to do any of that stuff. We construct that. And it's these invisible ties that we tie to each other that force certain behaviors. That's why we really push to see these things as a choice. Arthur is actively making a choice to stay in the group at this point. The group is actively making choices to put Arthur and other people in danger. These are all things that are choices. We don't owe him shit. We don't owe the group anything. We use these things to keep people held down in ways that they do not need to be. I cannot emphasize that enough. It's all like, you know, it's like that TikTok that blew up where I said, you know, kids do not owe their parents respect. Like, parents have to earn respect from their kids. It's the same thing, right? Like, people don't owe you things just because you go out of your way to do these things. Dutch made the choice to bring Arthur into the group. Dutch made the choice to pick him up off the road. If Dutch holds that over Arthur's head, that's not cool, right? Like, you don't get to make decisions to help other people and then hold it over their head. You made that choice. Now, if Arthur genuinely wants to be part of the group and wants to do this, and it aligns with his own personal value, Joms, yeah, I'm all for it. But there is a difference between doing things because of a sense of obligation and because of external motivating forces, and doing things because you genuinely feel connected to what it is that you're doing and your own convictions. We have seen Arthur multiple times in this playthrough doubt what's going on in the group and express some concern, so much so that Micah called it out while we were riding out towards that meeting with Colm. And so that makes it hard for me to think that Arthur is all in here. I think there is some dissonance going on. But if he decides, you know what, with all the bullshit that goes on in this group, I'm willing to stay here because it's people that mean a lot to me and because I want to be a part of this group and because I want to make good on what Dutch did for me, that's cool. He's doing it because he feels a sense of obligation, whether perceived or forced upon him. And we really want to look at that and ask, Arthur, are you making this decision because you want to or because that's what you sense that you're supposed to do? Good night, Anonymous. All right, what's up, Micah?
I'm sorry. I thought they would shoot me, not you.
What happened?
The whole thing was odd. I kept waiting for them to jump us, and then they left, and we assumed we'd meet you on the trail back. You never showed up.
No. I was getting special guest treatment from Colm O'Driscoll.
So I heard. I'm sorry. One time I tried to be wise and careful and make a goddamn fool of myself. That'll teach me.
I appreciate the sentiment. I am willing to entertain the idea that Micah is truthful in that sentiment. I am also allowed to hold some skepticism based on past behaviors I've seen with Micah. I can appreciate the acknowledgement. I think if I punish him for that acknowledgement, that's not going to help anything. But I also internally get to be skeptical of it. I mean, he's basically using that circumstance and apology to martyr himself, right? I thought they were going to shoot me. You're not the victim here. The reality, Micah, is that I am the one who got taken away. Don't make this about you being a martyr for the group. If anything, I'm the fucking martyr of the group right now. So, I respect the effort. I respect him owning up to it without me having to approach him. And I also carry a little bit of skepticism. And if he is really meaning it and really understands Arthur, I think Micah's going to allow some space for that skepticism. I think that's what's going to give me more respect if he is like, hey, man, I understand why you're skeptical.
Nothing. I'm just being civil, my brother.
Guilty conscience?
You really are a very charming man, aren't you?
Hey, Chief. All right. I need to trim up my face. Surprised Arthur doesn't resent Dutch for bringing him up in this life, especially because it was the reason why he couldn't be with Mary. I think Arthur made the choice to keep going with the group. I don't think Arthur had to keep doing it. Dutch is in some ways like a parental figure for him, so I can see why he would be, you know, feel some sense of indebtedness to him. Oh, yeah.
Do some goddamn work, will you, Bill, please? People's getting hungry. And what about you? I've been working, you damn fool. That's why I'm in this state.
All right, Jose.
They ran with me. They kidnapped me when I was 12 years old, right from my mama. Is that so? Malcolm Foreman.
I live to see another day.
He was bad. Know how I slit his throat and ran away? I never felt bad about killing him. I ran back to where my mama was working, but she died. I was falling into trouble. Dutch, he found me, saved me, raised me, treated me right, taught me to read. He ain't perfect.
Morning, Arthur.
But he's the closest I've met in this world.
Wow.
Ain't it so, Arthur?
We all loved you, Miss Tilly. Even them of us with cold hearts. You was the sweetest little thing we ever saw. And the saddest.
There you go. That will tie people to you, man. As much as I rag on Dutch, it does make sense why people feel this sense of connection to him. I do understand it. What everybody here has in common is that they were provided for. They were given a sense of meaning and purpose. He has done a lot. He has a ton in the bank that he is now leveraging for his own personal gain. So I understand why the people in this group follow him. It makes sense. They feel that sense of self-constructed indebtedness to him. But where people have to be careful with that indebtedness is when that indebtedness leads to a point where you are at risk. It's not fair to save people and then ask themselves to be put in danger on your behalf. That is where I feel so critical of Dutch. Because in that leadership position, he has to understand how much he means to all of these people. And he has to make good choices as a result of that. He can't plead ignorance on it. He can't leverage that. At least not for anything that's going to put people in danger. And he has done that a few times. And that's where I feel his disconnect with him. That's where I struggle. It's important for him to hear these things. It's important for him to understand that he means something like this to Tilly. And then to say, this is a person I want to take care of. Like I said, by being a leader, his personal convictions go to the wayside a little bit. Because he has decided to take on a leadership role in this group.
Howdy, fellers.
Mr. Morgan.
Miss Grimshaw?
Hi there.
Young man.
All right, let's see how our shoulder's doing.
Doing, Arthur?
Fine, Micah.
Good. I've been worried about you. I really have.
Me? Why?
Oh, you know, just the usual reasons. I'm here for you, brother.
Hi there.
There are two ways I can go with this. Two ways. The first one is legitimately empathic. The second one is skeptical. I'm going to share both of them. I don't know which one is true. The first one is that there's a chance that Micah is legitimately remorseful for what he did. And that he is beating himself up for it. If that's the case, that interaction is a projection. Micah is assuming that because he is hard on himself, because he's beating himself up for it, that Arthur must also be. And his approach to Arthur is in some ways empathic, but it's a projection of that screw up. And Micah is seeking reassurance from Arthur that he's not a terrible person and that he does care about him, without saying the more vulnerable thing, which is, hey, dude, I really feel like I messed up and I want to earn your trust back. That's the empathic route. Skeptical route says Micah can't afford to have Arthur hate him because Dutch is still going to choose Arthur over Micah. That if Arthur expresses to Dutch, get Micah the fuck out of this group, there's a good chance that everybody's going to rally around that and cast him aside because Micah has been a pain in everybody's ass. And so Micah is attempting to show remorse to soften Arthur so that Arthur doesn't go to Dutch because Micah's attempts to gain power in the group were stifled as soon as Arthur got taken by the O'Driscolls. Now, it may be a little bit of both, and it's hard for me to know which one it is, but this is why I want to keep an eye on Micah. We want to look for patterns in his behavior. He is absolutely pursuing us, and he's doing that for reasons that are either selfish or remorseful. And because of our past with him, it's hard to know.
Still reading, I see.
Yes. I'm done working.
I'm not Miss Grimshaw. I know you work hard. There is something about you, Mary Beth. There really is.
Thank you.
Quite a lady she's becoming. Really, quite something.
Are you well?
Very well.
If I prick my...
I don't know the answer to this. But if I go psychodynamic on this for a minute, I don't know how old Dutch's lover was when she died, when Colm killed her. She was very obviously younger than they are now. This was many, many, many years ago. Dutch might be making a subconscious equivalence here between Mary Beth and his long-lost lover. This happens. His lover is frozen in his memory. At that age. Let's say he lost her when she was 18. She's 18 in his mind. He carries an 18-year-old version of her. He's not carrying a 40-year-old version of her. He's carrying an 18-year-old version of her. It's going to make women who are that age far more attractive to him because he has an idealized version of the person that he loved in his mind at that age. Okay? So while what he did there is a little bit creepy, and I'm not a huge fan of it because of the power dynamic, there is a psychological explanation for why he might be vulturing that. It would be important for him to understand that. This is why him processing that death would be really important. Sure, you weren't expecting me to go there, but you got to think about this stuff sometimes. You know, Dutch is in his 30s or 40s now. But he lost her when she was a lot younger.
Finger again. I swear I'll just throw this on the fire. I'm happy to swap later if you want. Sure, Grimshaw would find some problem with that.
So, how's it going?
Hurry up with that, girl. Lots more to do today. Oh, what joy.
It doesn't excuse the creepiness, by the way. It doesn't make it like better that he did that. It's just an explanation for why he would do that. It's the more empathic approach to it. You know, because we have to ask ourselves when people do something like that, why would a person do like that? Why would a person do that? It's easy to go, well, he's a creepy man. But there's probably more to it. This is why acknowledging and processing grief is also so important. Because we carry those images in our mind in a certain way until we're able to make sense of them in a way that's more in line with the current reality. Alright, shoulder seems to be okay. We're able to chop that wood.
Hey.
Morning, Arthur.
John?
You any lucky
Oh, finally back
Well, I'm
on
a
your
fella.
feet.
And I was gonna rob
All
the
that crap
lady,
you
but
gave me after that wolf
she
attack.
began to cry, and I couldn't go through with it.
I
Why
guess for
on
now,
earth
even.
not? Says she needed the money. Her son had lost his leg in the war. Fighting for the wrong side? No doubt, but she was old. Real old. And I felt bad. Reckon she feels bad for the war?
Yeah, it's definitely creepy, Mona. I agree.
More than I did. She was just a woman, Karen. Normal, you know. I don't see things like that. I know.
Boy, what a night. We have had... This is maybe the most
Good job, Arthur.
analytical night we've had so far. There's just been so much happening. I mean, Jesus, we're what? Only an hour and a half into the playthrough? And look at all that we've been able to talk about.
Hello.
I mean, this is really cool to see this game start to open up like this. We're starting to get more context. We're starting to get history. We're starting to see patterns in people's behaviors. And I want to use this as as a moment to kind of explain why, like in therapy, for example, a therapist is not going to be able to meaningfully intervene until they've gotten more context and information. This is why therapy is not like a 3-session deal. We have to, as a therapist, I have to see patterns. I have to really listen to what's going on. I have to look for and ask for context around certain things. You can't just jump in, right? If you jump in without context, you're going to miss the point. And you're going to miss the boat more often than not.
And I said try again. I can't do it.
I mean, think that we're 16 sessions in now. And now we're really starting to get the juices flowing on this stuff. I'm going to just do some chores here to chill out a little bit. But these camp moments are incredible. I love what Rockstar did with the camp in terms of like making it so lifelike, people having different dynamics between them. Everybody just kind of walking around doing their thing. It's fabulous.
Hi, Arthur. I hear you, Mama. Can I go play now?
Sure. We'll try again soon.
Well, thank you, Hosea.
You got a bingo, Floaty? I think the biggest shift I noticed when I swapped therapists was that my new therapist took notes, still does. My old one never did. Speaks to her wanting to remember things mentioned. You know, it's funny. People have different perceptions of notes. I have never taken notes in a session ever. Because I can't be present when I take notes. It's too hard for me. Some people really like the idea of note-taking. Other people can't stand it. I find it interesting, the different perspectives people have on note-taking. If that's something that helps and makes you feel better about it, that's great. Trelawney, I don't really want to talk to you right now, if I'm being honest, friend. Although I don't know that I have much of a choice. I feel compelled to eat something. I don't know if I'm full or not.
Hi, Uncle Arthur.
What's up, Jack?
What are you reading?
Oh, just some silly romance.
Nah.
Hi there, Arthur.
What could be silly about romance?
Well, in this case, plenty.
Without romance, we are nothing but monkeys.
Monkeys?
So the small-minded scientists keep telling us.
Yeah.
Enjoy your reading.
Dude. This is where John or Arthur need to say something. This is where men need to hold men accountable. John and Arthur are party to this right now because they are saying nothing while Dutch does this. And that does two things. One, it sends a message that you can't say anything about this because if you speak up to it, you got 3-on-1. And it also says to Dutch, we passively endorse what you're doing here. The women can't hold Dutch accountable here. They don't have the power in the group. They have numbers, but they don't have power. John and Arthur need to walk up to Dutch in her presence and say, knock it off. Or, hey, is he bugging you? Because if he is, we'll set him straight. Like, we might even say that to her. Are you okay with him coming up to you like that? Because we'll say something to him if not. We won't tell him you sent us. But I'm uncomfortable watching him interact with you that way. Dutch, you got to knock it off. You got a lot of power in this group. You go up to her and you say shit like this, you're not going to be able to register whether she's interested or not, because in a lot of ways she has to show interest because you are the leader of the group. People who don't fall in line with you are going to be perceived as a threat to the group, so she doesn't have much of a choice here. You don't know whether she's interested in you or not. Men have to hold men accountable. This would be a perfect opportunity, and neither of them did it.
Hey, Mary Beth.
Glad to see you back on your feet.
A few new scars, but I'll live. Okay, I'll catch you later then.
Sounds good.
Coming along.
The Golden Boy. Hi.
Working? One lend a hand?
I'd love to, but I'm so in love with Tilly.
Hey there.
I'm so in love.
He's not doing the washing, that's for sure. Now help me or clear out.
Well, I want to ride to Rogue, or I want to ride to Rose.
Never better. That's a lie, but not so bad.
Hi, Arthur.
You'll make
What up, Charles?
it out of this mess.
Sure. Maybe. I don't know. Life is the mess, but I reckon we can give the law the slip one more time.
And then what?
Disappear. Like a memory, it'll just fade away. Grow old and bored.
The people just gonna forget about us? That's nonsense. People don't forget. Nothing gets forgiven.
I disagree. When you're my age, you realize more gets forgotten than remembered. And forgiveness, well, mostly that's God's business, but for the rest of us, just an easy way of saying I don't care no more.
That's so.
Yes.
I'll see you later.
Hi there, Arthur.
Camp is very chatty today.
Arthur?
I'll ride into Rhodes. I want to talk to Trelawney yet. Well, I don't know that I have anything to do there, though. I mean, maybe we just do need to talk to Trelawney here. What's your thoughts on Hosea's character? I don't know. That's very general. Do you have a specific question? I'm like, Hosea is Hosea. He obviously carries power in the group. He's somebody that Arthur cares about. He's pretty cunning. I think he's a lot more like Dutch than everybody realizes, but is a lot more reserved in that idealization. And he likes to show some form of reality with things, I think, to counterbalance it and make himself more relatable to the group. That's kind of what I got for you on that. Actually, let's read the journal. We got anything in here? All right, we read that. All right, we got something new. Clemens Point. I've been recuperating after an interesting encounter with Colm O'Driscoll. Dutch got it into his mind to meet the bastard, to somehow end all this lunacy. Wasn't a Dutch idea. Only Colm did not share Dutch's sense of honor amongst thieves. Whole thing was a setup to kidnap me, then lure all the rest of us into a trap so we could get arrested and Colm could disappear away. Us somehow carrying off his sin. Exactly what we're trying to do. Along with our own to the gallows. Seems like Colm's enjoying this modern world even less than we are. More by luck than judgment, I escaped somehow got back here, more dead than alive, and collapsed into a bed for a few feverish days. After much nursing from Miss Grimshaw and Miss Tilly, and much guilt-ridden apologies from Dutch over his stupidity, I survived okay. My shoulder, where I was shot, ain't come down with gangrene, and I will live, if even uglier than before. Things is getting even more insane with the local population. My sense is neither the Greys nor the Braithwaites have a pot to piss in, and I ain't spent too much time with the landed gentry. Whatever else they is, they don't make one believe in the nobility of the aristocracy. All right, so Dutch was guilt-ridden the whole time. Interesting. Hey, Sam. This is a blind playthrough. Why so down? Confused man in Rome. What's up? Good to see you, friend. Again, I just want to remind you all, if you haven't already, if you enjoy what I'm doing here, please take a second to hit the thumbs up button. This has been a wonderful night of analysis. I have enjoyed it a lot. I'm really glad that y'all are hanging out with me. I am... Afternoon. Alright, let's talk to Trelawney. Let's see what he's got. Also, if you want to play Red Dead Bingo, there's a pinned message at the top of chat.
Why? Well, I know you think I'm just some effete buffoon.
What?
A man of words and not of action. Hardly a man at all.
Well, I think you're as slippery as an eel in an oil slick, but still a man.
Because I think I found something interesting.
Yeah?
Have you ever robbed a stagecoach?
No, never. Well, who would have even thought? Of course I robbed a goddamn stagecoach.
What's the problem with stagecoaches?
The armed man attempting to put a bullet in your head?
Not quite. The odds. I mean, is it worth the robbing?
Sometimes.
I know. But, well, if you'd like to come with me, I can introduce you to a new best friend, and he's going to give you all the decent, robbable stagecoaches a hot-blooded degenerate could require.
Well, I could require a whole lot. So where do we find this friend of yours?
Roads.
Because what can possibly go wrong there?
Yes, indeed.
Lead the way and we'll find out.
All right, my rich friend. I like Charles and Sadie, April.
You sure seem to have got about around here.
You know me. I like to make friends in low places.
How the hell you end up down here anyway?
I could ask the same of you. I have a few commitments over this way. Some expenses to meet.
Expenses? What expenses? Gentlemen's canes and rabbits to pull out of hats?
Among other things, I had quite a nice little business going for a while. Shares in a gold mining company. Excellent returns for the investor of a certain financial standing. Until, well, that unfortunate run-in with the law.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Thanks for disappearing on us during that Sean business, by the way.
I've done my part. Each to their strengths, dear boy. You know, you boys should really watch yourselves with those two families. This is a small town. People talk. I tried to mention it to Hosea, but you know how he is. Anyway, while they're off chasing their pot of Confederate gold hidden at the end of some rainbow, let me present you with something real.
So, where exactly are we going?
The train station. The clerk there, Alden, is quite a fellow. Very informed on the comings and goings of coaches round these parts.
Ah, I see.
Okay. Okay. Let's get to Rhodes. I don't recall quite how Trelawney got in the gang, Floaty, but Trelawney is a very slippery dude. He's got a lot of connections. He comes from a lot of money. Gets himself in trouble, though, so I don't think he can really stay established. Good night, Skog. All right, let's see what we got here.
Here we are. We can hitch up outside. I'll make the introductions, Arthur.
Sounds good to me. I mean, I've talked to this feller several times trying to pay off all these bounties I got on my head. This ain't gonna be new for me.
Come on, things to do. Rode well, girl.
Come on. Hang back a bit and let me do the talking. We don't want to scare him off. Oh, I almost forgot. Bill asked me to give you a message to meet him here in town as soon as you can. Something to do with the Greys. I thought I'd nab you first.
All right.
You did? Okay. Thanks.
So generous. Every season I return from the Greys, I am greeted with new furnishings in the parlor that I have been profoundly hinting at all year.
Oh, I'm profoundly hinting at.
tragedy
That's
that our
such a
schedule-
tragedy.
Hello, Alden.
Hello, Josiah. How have you been?
Dandy. And you, friend?
Like I said, times are tough. My missus is a bad woman. Terrible woman.
They often are. But how's work, Alden?
Terrible. Wages got cut again. They reckon they just invented a new horseless carriage will be the end of us.
They've been saying that nonsense since they invented the wheel. The wickedness of bosses.
I know. My comrades here and I are greatly discouraged from the adequate fulfillment of our duty.
A discouraged man is no man at all, Alden. No man at all. My friend Arthur here has a present for you.
Oh, God. Everybody's so ridiculous. Also, Andre, thank you for coming in and saying hello. Thank you for watching my stuff, Fred. All right. Let's do this.
Ain't you kind, sir?
Call him Arthur. He's one of us, a fellow man of distinction.
Okay, well, this is perfect timing. I think you'll like this one, Josiah. It'll be coming south down the river road through Siltwater Strand.
Thank you, Alden. Thank you very much.
Oh, and Josiah, if you or Arthur are ever out Strawberry Way, ask for my colleague there, feller called Hector. He's also one of the, what did you call us again?
Discouraged men, Alden.
That's it, discouraged men. I like that.
Well, goodbye, Alden, or should I say, adieu.
Oh, adieu, Josiah.
Oh, God.
What the hell was that?
That was really... I mean, it's so smart, but so ridiculous at the same time. Oh, God. Okay. So this guy is having a hard time. He is discouraged by the system. What I love about what Trelawney does there is he refers to him by first name, I think because he's trying to make him feel like he's on their level. He's giving him a sense of importance. The only reason this guy is willing to give us this information is because Trelawney's helping him feel like he's got meaning, like he's got purpose. Like, we've got our own insider lingo here that you're privy to, and the folks around us in this train station aren't. They're not one of us. And it gets the guy to give us this. Like, it's brilliant. It's kind of sad because he's leveraging this guy's vulnerability in order to make this happen. But it's also just so ridiculous. Like, it's so funny to me how everybody in this group, no matter how smart or dumb they are, can read people. And this game is, if nothing else, is a lesson in the power of being able to read people and engage with them socially at their level. It is a powerful skill that you would hope you would use for good instead of for outlaw type shenanigans. There is real power to that, friends. Oh, man.
I thought you might like to see that pantomime.
At least you can acknowledge it as that. Oh, God.
Okay. I think I know a good spot to wait. Follow me.
What the hell is this guy doing? Sir? Sir?
Okay, let's go. This way.
You got a beautiful horse, but you ride him like an idiot.
What did I tell you? Simple as can be. Seems a lot of the station workers are in on it these days. Earning a pittance, the unions are whipping them up, so they want something on the side. Like he said, there, Strawberry. Could create a lot of opportunities for a man in your line of work.
I ain't sure about going back to Strawberry after all that Micah business.
Didn't sound like you left anyone alive to recognize you, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
All this trouble. You gentlemen are becoming quite the celebrities, aren't you? Soon you'll be on the front of a dime novel. And dead, of course.
We're hoping to be long gone before that. Dutch has a plan.
If anything goes wrong, let's meet back here at this crossroad, okay?
Sure. Sure. Good to know. That boded real well for us last time, Trelawney. Oh, man. Ooh, what are we doing? Oh my God.
This is the spot.
Okay. All right, chat. Fingers crossed.
Okay. This should do.
Sure. Here.
I'm hoping we won't need those.
Better safe than sorry. So what were you thinking?
Well, according to this, the loot is located in a strongbox, which is in the back. I'll put on a little performance, and you can scurry around, open the strongbox, and relieve them of their goodies.
And how do I open the strongbox without threatening someone to open it for me?
This should work.
And I can do this silently?
Well, I'm hoping complete silence won't be necessary. But you're going to wish you had your earplugs. This is Damson. Oh, very good, Alden, very good. Of course, if anything goes wrong, you can wave your guns around like you normally do. Hold tight. They'll be here soon.
There it is. Right on time.
Oh, baby. Here we go.
Distance so they don't see you. And please leave that gun in its holster for once.
All righty.
I'll ride ahead and get the coach to stop. You hang back. Don't let them spot you or you'll scupper the whole thing.
Good day. Hello. I hope you don't mind my singing.
Not at all.
I'm preparing for the show.
It's a free country.
Oh, no.
Did you say a show?
It's a small benefit to the opera. It's Blackwater. Just
Mrs. Chester Danson.
I flatter, buddy.
Now stop the car, my good man! Stop the car!
Slow it up.
Miss Damson, why did you stop singing?
The New York audience, they were rather cruel.
New Yorkers are freaks and fools who believe Westerners don't know anything about culture.
I couldn't agree more.
Could you? It's such a small show, but would you sing something for me? I'm looking for a mezzo-soprano.
Well, I don't know.
Miss Damson, you owe it to West Elizabeth.
I'm really not prepared.
Madam, we should move. The roads are not safe.
My good man, they're perfectly safe.
Can we go, please? I got a train to catch.
Oh, would you be quiet, you horrible little man?
One more time from the top. Madam, I've heard enough. Might I have your card? The event is on the 23rd.
Arthur, why didn't you close the box?
I can't say enough about Mrs. Damson. Magnifico. So sorry, gentlemen, for the interruption.
Oh shit.
Farewell.
Oh shit. Well, that wasn't so bad.
Nicely done, Arthur. A little finesse for once. Well done, sir. Well done.
It was easy. You did all the work.
Teamwork, my dear boy. Teamwork.
Here you go.
Thank you. Oh, jolly good. Go see Alden from time to time. See you soon, Arthur.
$750. Holy shit. Wow. I don't mind that. That ain't so bad. All right, bills down in Rhodes.
Yeah.
That was pretty brilliant. I'm being totally honest. Like that was pretty great. Like we got some smart fellers hang out here. All right, is this a little dangerous for me to snoop around these parts. Seems like this may not be the best idea. Where are we relative to roads? Oh, okay. Come here, Gen 8. Night, Sadie. Come on. Come on, girl.
Okay, girl.
You're looking real nice today, Bill. Shut up.
Why is everything locked up? Howdy! What up? I love doing that so much. Hey. Just like I was hoping this might be the case. After a long day of analyzing and changing my ways, nothing quite like a nice table of blackjack.
Good to have you with us.
Hello, fellas. Same seat as last time, I reckon. Maybe we'll have better luck this time. Deal me in.
Bets, please.
Okay. I'll bet 10 cents.
Bets are closed. Let's begin.
Okay, what do we got here? We got a 5 and an 8 for a 13. 13 sucks with a 10 on the board.
13.
Oh, God. Hit me.
Card, please.
14.
You son of a bitch. Hit me.
Card.
19.
Ooh.
14.
Go.
20.
This is very creepy.
Double down.
13. 13. That's 16. 20.
Are you?
You gotta be kidding me.
Are you kidding? What? Come on. Oh my God. It's a goddamn 20. Oh man.
Bet's closed, folks.
I've had the worst luck with blackjack in this game, man. Come on, give me a all right, give me a 19. I like a 19.
All right, 19.
He turns over a goddamn 9. All right, well at least it's a push.
17. Okay, 11.
I'm gonna double down.
16.
Blackjack is not poker, Mona.
19.
All right.
All right, we push.
All right.
That's fine.
Turn around.
Sorry about that.
Well, just a delight for all.
Oh, what's up, sir?
I'll have your bets, folks.
All right, we got people starting to congregate here. Maybe they'll get the music started soon.
Closing bets. Good luck.
A deuce. God damn it.
Insurance bet.
I'll pass.
Yeah, I'll bet it. Hey, all right. All right, so I didn't lose anything. Played the insurance. Not bad.
Bets, please.
All right, come on. I want to live a little. 50 cents. Let's go.
Blaze of glory, huh?
All right, bet's closed. Shout.
Nice, Ellie. 13.
13.
And he's got a 7.
Nah.
18.
Nothing for me.
All right, 19.
No thanks.
17.
This is brutal, man. This Blackjack in this
Well, this is proper sport, eh, friends?
had so much more luck with poker.
Place your bets now.
Holy shit.
Bets closed, folks. Let's go.
Come on, give me an ace. A 2? A 12? I'm convinced this seat sucks ass. Holy shit. Give me a...
And bust.
They'll turn it around, I'm sure.
Just be quiet.
I'm gonna rip my hair out.
18.
I'm gonna rip my hair out, chat.
15 here.
Oh, God.
18. 18.
I mean, I had to hit there, though. I had to hit there. He turned an 18.
Okay, I'll have your bets, folks.
Oh, my God. All right, we're putting $1 down. Let's go.
Bets are closed. Let's begin.
What's up, Hazel? I've been here for a month. Good to have you here.
13.
If you sub to me on Twitch, I recommend getting rid of the sub because I'm going to be here for the foreseeable future. 13. Dude, this is dog shit. This has been the worst string of cards in Blackjack I think I have ever experienced, and he's sitting with a 10 out. I have to hit here.
Care to play?
Get me.
Oh, my God.
20. 12 there.
Yep.
This was lucky.
14.
Go.
19. 13.
A card?
Well.
Wow.
21. 17.
Hey, pay it out. There we go.
Some fun.
There we go.
Well, I'm done.
All right.
Okay, so long now. Place your bets now. All right, bets closed.
Jeez.
Shall we?
Yeah.
I have lost a lot on poker, Rick. It's true. 14.
Natural.
Ah!
Bets, please.
Oh, Lemon. Hello.
Uh-huh.
Bets closed, folks. Let's go.
Oh, shit.
11.
Oh, I wish I had money to double down with. Hit me. Come on, please give me a 10. Please
Give
give
me
me
a
a 10.
card.
18.
He's got a 3 on the board, though, so.
10.
Double down.
13. 13.
Come on, 10.
That's a break.
Come on. Okay.
All right. All right.
Let's go.
Okay, I'll have your bets, folks.
Bet a $1.50.
Yep.
I want to get this up to $10.
Good, huh?
Closing bets.
Ooh, come on, Blackjack.
And
Yes,
blackjack.
yes, yes.
Let's go. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hey.
13.
A card?
And 21. That's 16. 18.
All right. Let's keep this up.
Yes, indeed. Let's keep this
Bets,
up.
please.
All right, 625. I'll go $1.25. Or $1.24, I guess.
Bets
I
are
reckon.
closed. Let's begin.
Hey, come on, baby. Come on, baby. Give me an ace.
Natural.
Oh! 2 blackjacks in a row. Oh!
All right, let's go.
18. 14.
Hit me.
20 right here. 20.
Damn. Damn. Big money, baby.
Okay, I'll have your bets, folks.
$8.11. I'm high rolling.
Don't mind if I do.
Throw a buck in here. Let's go, fellers.
Closed, folks. Let's go.
8. Give me a 3. Give me a 3. Come on.
Damn.
14,
5.
not great. Ooh, but he's sitting on a 5.
16. 14.
I will stand.
That's 16.
I'm fine.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
7.
Come on. No.
12.
No.
Okay.
Hey. All right. All right.
Come on!
Place your bets now.
Feeling good, chat. Feeling good. Let's go. $2. $2. Big money. Big money. Big money.
All right, bets closed. Shall we?
Give me the ace. Give me the ace. Oh, 4.
Insurance
Oh, no. I'll bet insurance.
Huh.
No. All right.
20 right here.
I'll pass.
14.
I already lost insurance money, so let's stand.
Game
Let's hope he
2,
busts.
17. All right, 19.
You gotta... Bullshit!
Let's do it again.
All right, all in.
Sometimes I let my workers beat me.
All in.
Goodbye. Bets, please.
Oh, $5 max. Okay. $5. Big money.
Closing bets. Good luck. Blackjack.
Well, okay.
And I got a 13, and he's got a 9 on the board. You gotta
keep at
it. Kidding me.
13.
This sucks because if I hit, I mean, I gotta hope he busts out.
Nothing passed.
12 there.
Come on.
And bust.
Oh, yes.
Real fun, eh?
You're not lying.
Oh, yes.
I guess I'm about...
That's to do it for me, feller. Thank you. I can feel better about Blackjack. Yep, we're walking away a winner. Still no bartender in here. A little weird. Excuse me, sir. Sorry. What a beautiful evening. All right. Walking away a winner. You just won 367 in today's money. That feels good. Feels good. All right, fellas. What do you got?
You're looking real nice today, Bill. Shut up.
Actually. Okay. How you doing, fellers? It does rage. Good to see you too, Hazel.
Been waiting for you, Arthur.
Well, I'm sorry to have kept you.
Come on, let's get going.
What's the plan?
We're meeting a couple of the Greys over at the saloon. They spoke to Bill about a job, needing security.
After the farce of stealing the horses for them, why are we doing this?
Because we need to stay in with them, and they're paying.
So what kind of security they want?
We're about to find out. Now come on.
This seem legit to you, Bill?
Sure. Dutch said we was to keep on dealing with them until we find this gold.
Can we trust them? Can we trust anyone?
Yeah. Let's just see what they say.
They said there was some big misunderstanding about them horses.
And what about boarding their fields?
Who people check in with in moments like this is really something important to pay attention to. So Micah is talking about this plan, right? He's kind of taking that leadership role. And we see Arthur defer over to Bill to ask, do you think this is legit? And I think that that's, one, the product of the fact that Bill nailed it on the last trek that we went on. And two, because Arthur doesn't trust Micah as much and does trust Bill. So he needs Bill's buy-in in order to go in with this. So Micah is going to continue to see people doubting him, which is he's going to equate with a lack of power in the group. We're going to see Micah continue to overcompensate with this, but ultimately Arthur is the one that has the power. He defers over to Bill. Bill says, yeah, it's good by me. Now Arthur's a little bit more into it. You get a lot of information by looking at who talks to who checks in with who, and what are the actual relational mechanics of this system that's about to go into this saloon. Right? We get a lot of information about the hierarchy just in those exchanges in that way.
They don't know we had anything to do with that.
Oh, that's so.
Yeah, they think it was the Braithwaites. Listen, I know these Grey boys a bit now. This is on the level.
We're stuck in the middle of some ancient feud, but instead of playing both sides, we're being used by both of them.
They were saying the Catherine Braithwaite.
Hey, hold up. This don't feel right.
Now it don't feel right. I could have told you.
What?
God damn!
Oh my God!
Wow. This was a trap. You sure you want to talk about this now, Morgan? You see a way out of here? All right now. That got us pinned in good. The cowards are in the gun store. I'll get the front. You take the back. None of these bastards gonna walk out of here! Shit! Real heavy over here, fellas? We need to get into this store, Morgan!
I'm coming, Micah.
You're getting me, Morgan.
You done You're done. So yeah, thinking the Greys might be onto us after all. Now it's sinking in. So much loot. What damn loot? We ain't getting out of this with nothing. That's assuming we even get out.
Of course we're getting out of it. This is you and me, Morgan. We always get the job done.
You call this getting the job done? See Bill anywhere?
No.
Shit. You son of a bitch. You're dead now. This is some damn posse that Gray's rounded up.
We'd have had to deal with these sons of bitches sooner or later. Just turned out to be sooner.
Let in.
Holy shit.
We play you boys like a punk. Is this the best you fools got? You Greys must be even dumber than I thought. See that? Those cowards running away.
Looks like most of them.
Not all of them.
Sheriff Gray. What about Bill? Where the hell's he?
We'll find him later. Come on.
What the hell?
You need to get a hold on this town. It's going to hell. Bunch of two big studs from God knows where. You're so dumb to think we don't know what you've been doing. Come out, Sheriff. It's over. We put down far worse than you. 100 times over. This is the Greys' town. Always has been, always will be. Only Greys I see left around here is you. You want us to come out? We'll come out.
Ah, Bill. Guns on the ground now. Both of you. Don't do it. You know we can't do that. You put the gun down, Sheriff.
I'll blow his brains out!
You want to join your little friend there, do you?
Either way, you're a dead man. Morgan? Shit!
He was a good kid.
Well, how the hell was I to know?
Let me see. They set us up once before. They didn't like us. We destroyed their farm. Should I go on?
Go easy on him, Morgan. He was out trying to find a lead, same as you, same as Hosea. All you do is complain when things don't work out. Except when it's your goddamn fault.
You don't know what you're talking about. You don't give a damn about nobody but yourself.
Oh, you act so high and mighty, but you're no better than the rest of us. I've ridden with you boys close on what, 6 months now? And all you ever done was complain. You can fight, but you can't think.
You can't do either.
Okay, cowpoke.
Bill, take the boy's body. Bury him proper someplace, quiet. Micah? Best you and I don't speak for a moment.
I'm just so frightened by you.
Get out of my sight, pair of fools.
Boy, if that's not going to reinforce Arthur's skepticism, I don't know what will.
Like a little brother to me. What fun we had riding together. What a goddamn mess we're making of things.
Wow. I mean, we knew this was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen. This is exactly why leveraging those two families against each other ain't worth it. This works about the same way as anybody who was getting in the middle of us and the O'Driscolls. That's a really bummer, man. It's a real bummer. And, you know, it's easy to try to look for blame. Whose fault is this? It's all of our fault. We lost Sean. Sean's partly accountable for that, but so are we. All of us were involved there. Us pointing fingers at each other doesn't matter. Micah comes up with the idea, or Bill comes up with the idea. Arthur follows. We're all involved. We're all involved. The real loser here is Sean. Sean died. All those people in the town died. You know, we defer blame because we tend to assume that if we take accountability for something like this, it means we're going to get cast out of the group. If any of these guys says, hey, it's on me, and we lost Sean, somebody who's pretty instrumental to the group, there's a chance that the group is going to then look at us and say, get out. Can't trust you. So a lot of these guys have to blame each other, or they have to defer accountability because they've equated that accountability with being cast out. When in reality, I think really all four of us need to go into the camp and go, yeah, we fucked up. We lost Sean. We had a lead. We chased it. These guys got one over on us. In the same way, just as much as we're capable of getting one over on people, people are capable of getting one over on us. We may think we're smart, but there are other smart people in this world too, and we got there. And that's why we need to stop this bullshit. Why we need to know how much money we need in order to get out of here, and we have to knock it off because all we're doing is leaving hundreds of dead bodies. Towns are decimated in our wake. What the hell is the point? It felt wrong. That's for sure. I mean, the town was basically dead. We're not as slick as we think we are in the grand scheme of things, and it shows in that. It's a heavy part to leave you on, but yeah, maybe he was, Rage. Hard to know. One of the first things Arthur said, of course, it was a trap. Do you think the experience feels too eerily similar to the O'Driscoll's deal? Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. This fuels Arthur's skepticism. This fuels his cynicism. When people say that Arthur being realistic about his expectations with stuff like this is read by an idealistic group as cynicism. People don't look at Arthur's cynicism or look at his skepticism as a survival tactic. They look at it as cutting against the ideals. But the problem is ideals have to be operationalized. And the way that we're operationalizing the ideals is putting everybody at risk. Arthur has every right in the world to be skeptical about this stuff. And in some ways, I think they're also equating the skepticism with stagnation, which the group is not really into, given the fact that that's what Dutch is so built on, is the idea that we need to keep moving forward. Cynicism or skepticism is a stopper. It's not a catalyst. And when you have a bunch of people that are operating off of idealization, Arthur starts to look like he's a speed bump more than anything else when he expresses this stuff. It's a bind that Arthur's in a lot of ways, by being somebody who's wise enough to look at this stuff. And so when this stuff happens, yeah, Arthur can certainly, sit on his high horse and be all righteous about, see, I told you so, but it doesn't matter. We lost Sean. The I told you so is too late. Arthur really would do well to start flexing some of his chops here and start saying to Dutch and to others, we got to cut this shit out. Now. We're losing people because of this dumb shit. Feels bad. It's hard. I mean, that's the unfortunate reality of the world that we're in. Yeah, sure, Shelps. I mean, there's always a chance that he isn't. Yeah. It's not a weird question to ask. I think it's pretty safe to assume that he is. Friends, I appreciate you all coming out tonight and spending time with me. Those of you that come out and watch me live at 9:30 p.m. Pacific time, we usually start Red Dead around 10:15 if you don't want to catch the chat ahead of time. Thank you all for being here and engaging with me on this. I'm tired, so I'm going to end it here. We've done a lot of analysis tonight. This was the most analysis-packed episode we've had so far. Those of you that are watching this VOD, I want to again express my appreciation for the fact that you take the time to go through this playthrough with me. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying bringing it to you. Please make sure that you like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the follow or hit the notification button. Set it to all so that you know when I go live. I'm really grateful for all of your support. Those of you that subscribe to my channel, thank you so much for doing that. If you have sent financial support in any way, shape, or form, whether that's through a super chat, whether it's through a tip from the link down in the description, whether it's from the form of a membership by hitting the join button below the video, thank you for financially supporting what I do. It will never be behind a paywall. But those of you that do throw a few bucks my way to support the stream, please know that it makes a huge difference in terms of being able to bring all of the content that I bring as often as I do on things like TikTok and Twitter and Discord and the YouTube being as well-oiled of a machine as it is. So thank you all so much for your contributions. I love doing this, and I'm looking forward to when we do episode 17. We'll catch you on that soon.